that they are the perpetrators of violence. And so what is your responsibility and your role in ensuring that whatever we've been seeing in the media, especially in the recent days, does not happen when it comes to 2026?
Thank you. Good morning once again. I am Commissioner of Police, Dina Chasimere. I am Acting Deputy Director, Human Rights and Legal Services. And I am representing the Inspector General of Police. I bring you greetings. He was not able to be here due to other commitments. So the role of police when it comes to electoral process does not change. We do not deviate from our mandate because the Constitution gives us a mandate, the Police Act gives us a mandate. So we are here to protect life and property. We detect crime. And when it comes to these campaigns and electoral process, we ensure that candidates are secure, venues are secure, voters are secure, crimes are investigated. So we encourage candidates and the voters that they should maintain law and order. They should operate within the confines of the law, because the law is not in abeyance. We have rights, but also we must understand that when we are exercising our rights, there are also other people whose rights should be protected. So we have rights bearers and then we have duty bearers. So the law must be, we must maintain the law. We have intelligence, sometimes we collect intelligence, and when we say do not pass here, for example, it's not that we are stopping you, you shouldn't exercise your right of movement, no. Probably we have detected that it is insecure, it's not good for you to be here. Electoral Commission gave guidelines on how campaigns should be carried out. So for us, like he said, the representative of the EC chair said, elections are organized by Electoral Commission, so we come in support. So if you don't abide by the law, if you don't operate within the confines of the law, definitely as police we come in. But we are not there to stop people from exercising their rights, because that's why we are there. We are there to ensure that each citizen enjoy their rights, but within the law.
But someone would argue that, like the example you've given of passing a particular place and the other, you don't pass this particular place, it only applies to a certain section of candidates. And in most cases, they are the opposition candidates. So would we say that the other candidates are using the exact route? Why is it that these people are the ones that are always faulted by the police somehow?
Probably because for as long as you have not used the route, then we come in.
Okay.
But not that we are against any political party.
All right. Thank you. Moving on to the Interreligious Council. Like we said, everyone in this room has a role to play. Police is here to safeguard and protect the voter. In as much as they break the law, the manner in which, allegedly break the law, the manner in which the police is handling them, is that the best you could do? We've had incidences, for example, the recent incidences in Iganga, where one life was lost to live bullets. And the police, or usually when they're asked for statements, they come and say the electorate or the supporters threw stones. But a stone cannot be compared to a live bullet. And so how can you ensure that you are carrying out your role in this electoral process without harming the supporter?
Yeah, thank you. We don't go out to harm. We go out to enforce the law. So we regret such cases where lives are lost, and I don't think it's intended. So that very case you have
When you say it
mentioned,
is not intended, when you open a gunfire, what is going to happen? When you open a gunfire, definitely you're going to expect loss of life.
Can I finish my statement, ma'am?
Please.
Yes, like I was saying, we don't go out to do harm. But when such cases happen, they are regrettable. So that very case you have mentioned of Iganga, we regret it and we are investigating it because we condemn it. It shouldn't have happened. So whoever did it definitely is going to face the law.
Okay. And so how then are you going to ensure that such incidences don't happen again? Because the campaigns, we still have 6 weeks, the campaigns are still ongoing, and still we are seeing clashes between the police and the supporters. And if we do not do something about it, that was one life lost. Many more could be, lost.
No, we shall not see such more incidents because we tell our officers to operate within the law, and if such incidents happen, we take action. Because sometimes, like I said, we are investigating. We couldn't know why a life was lost, because we don't send out officers. Those are operational mistakes, and like I said, we regret them. But I want to assure us that we are not going to see such incidents. But what I encourage us to do is, let's keep within the law. Let's keep within the law. If we say, let's pass here, let me ask us, all of us, suppose you were coming from Kampala going to Jinja. You have a meeting in Jinja, for example, Uganda Human Rights Commission, you have organized a meeting in Jinja. And then in Mbari, and then you reach Iganga, you have nowhere to pass. Who are you going to ask? Are you going to ask the people on the road, or you're going to ask police, where are you? You get it? So in the process, that's why I was saying, let's respect the law. Why are people on the road, right? We are trying to tell you, get out of this, but we are getting confrontations. So sometimes officers, maybe, which we don't expect them to be doing, don't know sometimes where to balance. So we don't know why, for example, the case in Iganga happened.
You're saying the police officers don't know when to balance what?
Sometimes they don't know how to balance the situation. Like, when should you, because for example, at no point were we expecting someone to shoot. So we don't know this very person who shot, why was he shooting? So probably he didn't know how to balance. Because was he under danger? Was he facing danger? If someone was throwing a stone, maybe he shouldn't have responded with a gun. Yes.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying we are investigating, want to know why did you do this?
They are taking note of everything that we are talking here. And when the plenary comes, I hope we can hear different minds on what the police is submitting. I'd like to...
And highly biased. When I'm coming from Radio Uganda, BBC, and I'm coming to Sheraton here, why do you want me to go through Bwaise, Karere, Makerere, Nakurabye, then zoom to Sheraton? You are highly biased. And that is bad, because you are supposed to dispense the law squarely and equitably, fairly. You are biased. And we should stop it. Yeah, that's how we are. We politicians, we don't mess our words up. Then, the Human Rights Commission, Madam Chair, with all the respect, why is Kizza Besigye still kept in prison after more than a year? Why, when you are there? You claim you've done all that you can do to safeguard our human rights. But why is Dr. Besigye still kept in prison for more than a year? You have heard, I know you are privy to information from Tanzania, what has been happening by locking up a key figure in the political dispensation of Tanzania, what has erupted there. Dr. Besigye is not any simple person. He's a political leader, he has a following, why do you boil up angers when you are getting to this electoral process? Don't you think that can have an effect? I think you owe Ugandans an answer, Madam Chair, in this regard, that Dr. Besigye, given the law of the country, he should be out of Luzira, or let him be taken to the requisite courts, avunanibwe, released or jailed squarely, objectively. And the Electoral Commission, this one has run out.
What the Constitution says, and I know that there is always an underdog in every process, and that underdog must be protected by the law. One, that human rights are inherent. They are God-given. The law simply protects, as in institutions like UCC, police, Electoral Commission, and Uganda Human Rights Commission, with all due respect, are supposed to protect. The Constitution guarantees. I use these words with emphasis because that is what it is in the law. And there is a reason why it was written the way it was written. Unfortunately, I did not hear the Uganda Human Rights Commission today rebuking the death of Okello. Poor Okello, at 24, he's gone. Why? Simply because he went to a political rally. How many people in 1980 went to political rallies and lost their lives? How many? In 2021, we lost 54 people plus. And the Uganda and the Human Rights Watch put that number at over 100 people. We've never had accountability for the death of Ugandans. The Human Rights Commission statement also missed the 80-year-old whose bones were broken by the police force. I was so happy when I heard the police say they regret the death and they're investigating. And for the first time, I do request that let us see this come to pass, the person brought to book. We are human beings. We love ourselves. The reason why we are seated here is because we are all breathing. But we should remember that as much as we love ourselves, other people have an entitlement to their life as well. And we need to respect that life. So I'll mention 4 things. 1, that the Uganda Human Rights Commission should hold people to account for Okello's life. The Uganda Human Rights Commission should include in its statement the Ugandans who've been harmed along the electoral process. The 80-year-old whose bones were broken should be investigated. Compensation happened. Those that were harmed in Kawempe should be included in the Commission's statement. That is 1. 2, that the Uganda Police, and I like our commissioner, she said the Constitution and the Police Act mandates Uganda Police to protect life and property. But the Constitution, neither the Police Act, does not mandate Uganda Commission to prosecute, condemn, and apprehend. That's the duty of the court. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. If anybody commits any crime, even processions, apprehend them, take them to court. That is what the law provides. I want to see that emphasized by the institutions in this room. Thirdly, where is the right to a fair hearing? In this room, we have Electoral Commission, we have UCC, we have Uganda Police, we have Uganda Human Rights Commission, we have IRC, we have me from civil society and maybe other people. Where are the political parties? They should be here to talk about their own story on the trail. They should be here to present the misery they have suffered, the tears they have cried simply because they have divergent political opinions. Lastly, they are taking the microphone away from me because of my divergent opinion. It doesn't matter. But I want to conclude that for the banned processions and the Electoral Commission, the outcry here, Electoral Commission, the ground should be leveled. Let every political actor take it back to the chair, Electoral Commission, that one of his errant observers has said there should be a level playing field for everyone that is participating in the 2026 election. I thank you.